Hello and welcome to a replay analysis 7.27D. We're going to be following this Mirana here. This is a live game. Hopefully it doesn't go to 3-hour games or anything like that. But with the lineups, I think we're in a pretty good spot. We're just going to actually follow. These are ranked Immortals. I think I saw Gunner in here. I saw, what was it, BK as well. So no small feat in terms of the players that are in here. We're actually going to, I want to watch this Mirana, and unfortunately I can't pronounce the name. Because I don't read Chinese. Oh, but the career, so bad. So bad. And it dies. Just had a stick on that one, but because I'm trying to work on my position 4. I feel like Mirana is definitely a hero that I want to learn. I want to get better at. And so, while I'm 100% with my arrows, I have like a 10% win rate with her. Like, no joke. And that's across my entire Dota career, quote unquote. It hasn't been good, so to speak. I don't know what it is. I just haven't been able to really, like, of all the heroes that I play, I tend to find she's one of the more difficult ones. And it's not just with the arrows or whatever, it's just the whole, like, I played her way back in the day when she didn't have the leap charges, right? So a completely different style of Mirana, but I still feel like she's super strong, especially when I see a good Mirana on the enemy team. So, like, the Moonlight is strong. Obviously, the arrow is great. I mean, you're getting 3 charges on your leap, which is sick. She can be built in, like, a right-click build or magic style, and it looks like they're trading here. Oh, my gosh. But no malediction, though, or anything. So it looks like she's going to back away here. And she's going to salve, which is the smart thing to do. But interesting that they were trading and not really... I mean, there's no malediction or anything, so I feel like the Witch Doctor... Okay, here we go. Yeah, you gotta respect the malediction. You run away from that. Good placement there. Good. Okay, Witch Doctor's looking to flank the Underlord, and they're kind of in two separate one-on-ones. Like, yes, the laning is there, but... another thing I'm seeing is that I'm not really seeing a ward from the Radiant side, at least in the off lane. I don't know if there's a D ward or whatnot. I might have missed that, but as we're getting into this. But packet loss is actually level 2. And I heard a salve, yeah, from the Witch Doctor. So more trading. Oh, cancel the salve. Malediction, gotta respect it. Get up on out of this. Run, run, you fool. Has 5 stick charges though, but full mana. Does have mana for the arrow now. She's probably gonna start farming. Take the big fatty. Or she's looking to pull. Okay. 253 is the timing on that one. If you time it properly with the Underlord, make sure that the other creep waves doesn't connect, then you can actually pull it away, just like the Underlord is doing. Mirana in a bad spot, actually. Does need to be a little bit careful. Probably needs to start leaping like crazy. Malediction as well. You do need to respect that, and that's going to burn most of her charges. But like old school Mirana, you probably would have died there, right? Even one leap was not enough. And that's the Mirana I know. Arrow. Okay. Yeah, you have stick charges, but... wow, really? Oh, going aggressive. Doesn't have glimpse or anything. The cask? Malediction, he's looking to turn this around. Witch Doctor should be able to stick through that. Really nice play played. He's got the Malediction TP on out, knowing exactly the limits. So... this is what I'm talking about in terms of Mirana. Knowing limits and how to play with it. I've been like, gotta kill. And then I would have died to Malediction or something like that. Although that's not really knowing the hero. That's just being good at Dota. And apparently I'm not. So, DP here in the mid lane. A little bit of scouting. Just kind of making sure. Oh, but Spectre's gone on by herself. Treant, so what are you doing? Okay. Just wanted that last little treant before he knew he was dead. Really didn't have much to where to go or anything like that. But brown boots already with Mirana, looking to get arcane boots. So racking it up. Always secure the big fatty. You get the most gold, most XP. So very smart, making sure that she or he secured it. Again, I can't read this. Oh, packet loss coming around this corner. Malediction now. Gotta respect it. Gotta respect it. It's like double the hits. It's 5 minutes, oh. Alright, this is something that I like. I don't feel like this happens enough, at least in my games. Hey, morning, fishy. Morning? Afternoon. Usually I just say morning because everybody's a gamer and they just woke up. But hello and welcome to the stream. So, yeah, it's going to get both of the runes top. I do like the fact that the Underlord was actually shifting to the top rune, making sure that they secured it. Sometimes I feel like I'm on an island, and again, runes are super important, especially in the early stages, and the fact that you have a Spectre bottom who's not going to be able to exert a whole lot of pressure in the bottom lane. So Disruptor's kind of on his own, and is not always going to get one. Generally speaking, of course, getting half the runes is, you know, it's average, right? It's ideal. But if you can get more than 2, you're in a better spot. And being able to secure 2, okay, Spectre's getting gone on here. And again, this is a crazy perspective because this is the perspective of this Mirana player, which again, I cannot read. Exorcism is not going to be burned. It looks like Tiny's going to go down. Arrow's going to miss, but it doesn't really matter. Malediction on the Mirana. And they're going to get the Courier, which is walked in. Oh my gosh, DP. Okay, there we go. Interesting. Did you know? Hey, awesome, you're at work. That's the best way to be it. But Exorcism actually killed the Courier without even targeting it. I did not know that. I just assumed you have to target everything, right? I mean, the Ghost will hit everything. I didn't know that it would automatically hit the Courier. Witch Doctor taking a lot of damage there. Level 6, and that is a good use of Exorcism. Secure to kill mid on the Tiny. You killed a Courier as well, and you definitely... Oh, but here comes Tiny, and this is what you got to do, right? Gunner making short work of BCK1. This Spectre here. Oh my gosh. Nature's Wrath will kill Mirana there. They definitely have vision, especially with the Tiny running up on you. And another kill. So they've got 3 for 1. I mean, they got the PA top. I don't know how that worked in a solo kill, but Underlord was able to secure that one on the PA. He's getting run up on here. Rain of Fire, keep himself alive. And the Treant and, sorry, the Nature's Prophet. Wow, okay, so a lot going on. The toss up, which is really nice onto Demons. Arrow does connect. They got the Life Siphon on the Pango. And it's starting to go down. He's going to stick on up. He's going to swashbuckle away. And Tiny just look right-clicking. Yeah, it sucks. Woo! Through the tree or the bone or whatever they've changed the animation to. And they'll leap on forward. It's 8-6 already. Yeah. No, mainly I cast. I'm not a good player, as I'm sure you've seen from yesterday. But nonetheless, I mainly cast. But I don't want to cast the entire time on the stream because I kill my own voice. And, you know, I'm just a man. All right, nonetheless, still Arcane Boots is up next. I got the Ring of Regen. I don't know if it's like a change in itemization. Was thinking Tranquils. There are other ways around it, so I think that it's not the worst thing, especially if somebody else gets Arcane Boots. Hang on, let me just see what the Disruptor's going. They're both going to get Arcane Boots, so mana issues will not be a problem, especially on this somewhat mana-hungry team. The Uber's driving on out from the top lane. He should be fine. That Underlord is definitely very tanky, and he TP's back, or he uses Dark Rift back to the fountain. He should be fine. Spectre, though, has not had a good game. Had a really rough game, let's be honest. But 51 last hits through all of that, and she's died, what? Twice? It seems like she's died a lot worse. A lot more times, excuse me. But there's been a lot of pressure in this bottom lane, and I think Dire have done a good job. Obviously, the Spectre, you want to limit as much as you can. Speaking of the mid lane, Disruptor there. Alright, and Tiny is slowly walking up. Oh my gosh, this camera angle is killing me. Alright, they got the Witch Doctor from BCK1. I believe he's rank 8 or something like that. Something really ridiculously high. And I'm missing kills. So, they did find the Disruptor. Yeah, the Tiny was running up on him. And man, Tiny's on fire. I don't know what you feel about the skin. I'm still a little torn on that one. I'm not 100% sold on this. I don't know why. I've liked all the other skins, but this Tiny one, I don't know. That one, I'm not a huge fan of. Pango here, they're looking to just trade. Swap jungle creeps. And the first pause of the day. Excellent. Alright, so DC by Rain God Fangay. I'm pretty sure that that's their real name. Is going to pause here. Now, mind you, this is a live game, so I can't fast forward it. I can't skip it. To be honest, I don't know how long this game is going to take. But with a pause, it means I will check my phone. All right.
The quest for ultimate glory continues.
All right. Okay. All right, more pause action. Let's okay. And let's go to free cam. Let's just see what everyone is kind of building up to. It's going to go into wand, into a radiance first. Hang on, I'm just trying to see. Actually, the radiance is fine. There's a lot of right-click action, potential for burn. It's not like any guys are super tanky, you know, the tiny aside. And even them, he's kind of burstable. He's kind of on the limit, I would say. DP is going to be going, has no items right now. Okay, interesting enough. Tiny, on the other hand, is be going wand. He should be going very, he wants to get active. Oh, and here comes the first rollout. The arrow is going to miss. Spectre's getting gone on here, but they're under tower. The disruptor is very low, level 4. And the creeps are actually getting in on the action. The treants have been slowed down. I'm pretty sure the disruptor, oh no, he's fine for now. But the penguin's looking for him. Oh no. He attracted attention. He right-clicked. Oh, because he doesn't even have TP. Spectre's here trying to save out the disruptor. Oh, the swashbuckle misses. The glimpse back. Penguin getting really low. And they want more. And the NP literally just walks up and right-clicks him. Spectre does kill him in the end. The penguin that is. And that's why that's an endangered animal. Underlord. Okay. Tiny with a nice kill there. Right on Mirana. Gunner. I mean, Gunner doing Gunner things, right? Okay, so Underlord can go one of two ways. If you're kind of balling, generally speaking, hang on, let's get to the net worth here, which is the biggest teller, right? The fact that the Underlord was having such an amazing start, like this is top of the net worth. You completely dominated the lane. The PA is like, what, 5th? Because you've done so well? You've created a lot of space for yourself. So the Atos makes sense here. It locks in the PA, doesn't really have anything. And a lot of these guys don't really want to be fighting, especially when they have a Pengo like that. So that makes sense. So you don't have to go the straight up tank style. And right there, this Rod of Atos is proving how good it can be, right? You have the double root, so to speak, from the Pit of Malice. DP's also here has got exorcism to kind of start that party going. And it looks like they want more. Probably turn into a T1 bottom. The Disruptor's moving through. They do have Glimpse if they want to go, but he gets glimpsed on back into the Static Storm. Really nice. The Death Ward is on the end of this one. And the DP is taking most of that. Packet Loss doing a lot of work. Throws out the Cast Now and the Malediction. Kind of, in terms of casting his spells, a little bit of the order was messed up, I would say. Because you want to usually start with Malediction, right? Because you get the most amount of damage, especially when you got the Death Ward and everything. Oh, the Pit of Malice, the Arrow combination. And they've got the Kinetic Field and Pengo. Again, you're going to die. You're going to die. When you're going into suicide mode like this, I don't know what you were doing. Think you were safe under tower. The NP is here. Doesn't really have any sort of skills available. I mean, everything's on cooldown. You got the Sprout if you want to go, but you're pretty much a right-clicker. And you have Blade Mail to keep yourself alive. A nice little arrow there. Packet Loss. Taking a lot of damage. That Pit, he's going to heal himself through this. And the leap onto the bounce. The cast, he's healing through it. 38. And then Mirana's going to actually have to back up here. And Tortillita. Trying to cut off the avenue of skew. Nice little Sprout there. She does cut through at least the first side. She didn't leap, but she got tossed up And Tortilla here, or Sacred, is actually going to secure that kill. It's going to be going Orchid. But Tiny's been making his presence known. He's been kind of in all of the different lanes, which has been good. Alright, here we go. NP is going to have to TP on back, and this is just the back and forth, the fact that he's everywhere. And he's going a very utility build, in the sense that he's going pipe as well, just keeping his team in there. And he's pretty much the offlaner, right? He can be anywhere. Ooh, the Static Storm used right away, and the Pit of Malice as well. The Haunt, the Death Ward is on the back, but it's actually hitting the Illusion. The Pango Rolling Thunder is, the boulder is going all around, and it's hitting a couple of people. The Tiny still somehow, okay, he dies in the end. The Cask does end up getting the Underlord, so that's a 2-for-1. Really nice start, and it started with this Observer Ward, getting that vision, right? They knew something was up, especially since the Insta Static Storm and that engagement that happened, and they actually want more of this Mirana. Yo, I went into this game looking at this Mirana thinking I'll learn a lot, but from what I've learned is how to die. She's only level 5 at 13, 14 minutes. Not even level 6. I mean, God knows you really needed that Moonlight for all of these engagements that have been happening. So, if you're comparing apples and apples in the sense of, like, you know, supports, the the lowest support on the enemy team is level 8, right? And you're level 5. Okay, so maybe I should not have used this game as a way to learn Mirana, because I can play Mirana like this guy. Boom, shots fired. All right, so PA here has been left alone, trying to farm up what she can. She's gonna be going Desolator. Still a ways away before she's kind of relevant in this game. She's second in terms of net worth on her team. NP here is just bringing the party to everyone. Constantly taunting and moving through. By the way, I like this skin. I don't know if you've seen this. This is pretty legit. Sorry, I love the song. I love that taunt. I think that's one of the best taunts in the game. It's not annoying. It's not like, actually, there's some, like the Kunko one I'm okay with too, where he does the jig. I think that one's pretty cool. But there's some that are super annoying. I like the low-key ones. Earth Spirit is another good one, where he kind of like surfs or whatever. I think that's a cool one as well. PA's got a decent one as well. But more ancient farming here. It looks like there's some action going in. First pick gets glimpsed on back, but not into the Static Storm, so that's been wasted. I've seen a lot of bad Disruptor play, to be honest. Like, I feel like if you can't get the glimpsed Static Storms, like, you're not really playing the hero well. Oh, they found it. Moonlight's been used. They do have the vision, though. Oh, it cuts on out of this. They find the Tiny. And he's fighting into this kinetic field and the Pit of Malice, and it looks like he's going to completely turn this. Exorcism's been burned, but they got a 4 for nothing. They got a Dark Rift on the way. The Uber who wants in the Uber. He's like, okay, I'll take one. Disruptor's like, oh shit. Gets caught on here. Pango does die. I mean, he's been DC'd, so. I mean, seeing as he's dead, not really much of a factor. You can resume the game. Alright, so Exorcism. This is really nice by what Underlord did, right? He Dark Rifts it right after the team fight. The Exorcism was still going. Pushes the DP to the top to create a little bit more space. Try to get the maximum value out of that Exorcism. Pango's here. Does have Tranquils and Urn. Like, I would have thought, like, generally speaking, even this is a Pango 4. Sorry, as they get into a fight here. Pit of Malice has been used, but doesn't actually connect on anybody. The Sprout has now got him. The Rolling Boulder is going to go through. Avalanche as well, and this Underlord is tanky, but not that tanky. I mean, he doesn't have Dark Rift or anything. He's burned it going before. And just a little bit more damage, and he does die in the end. And that was a 5-man rotation, though. And after they kill him, mind you, I was like, wow, Pango, his rolls have been on points and everything, but he was DC'd the entire time, so somebody was controlling him. So somebody else is a good Pango player, because to be honest, if I was using Pango, I would be like, boom, 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 boom. Like, I would not be able to turn that thing. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't have my Pango driver's license, and I don't know how to play this hero at all. Actually, I feel like all of the newer heroes in the past year and a half, I have not really touched. Like, I play support. I haven't touched Grimstroke. I haven't touched, you know, Pango. I haven't touched. Good God, I actually don't want to go through the list. But there are a lot of heroes that I haven't touched, and I feel like I probably should learn them. Like, even, well, I mean, Pugna is definitely not new, but I haven't even played Pugna. I don't know what it is. That guy, none of that green color, I don't know what it is. Nothing about it makes me want to play him. Or her. I don't know what it is. How many of you do I have to kill? Interesting name. At this moment, you've killed 1. So maybe you should up your game a little bit before you start coming out with names like this. Whereas this one, he's rats. He's rats. He's gonna have Wand, Yasha, Manta, in that order. BKB used. Okay, you gotta just, because the Tiny's kind of like that one where you kind of need to worry about. Once he's got Blink, he's gonna just start bursting people. He's gonna look to just destroy everyone, right? And just the fact that he can just kind of run up on people is gonna be a problem. He's very close to Blink, so more reasons to be a little bit wary of this Tiny. I mean, because it's one thing for Tiny to just kind of run up on you, get that Blink initiation off, but he's probably going to coordinate that with the NP, who's going to be right there. The fact that the silence is also going to be there, which is building up next. That could be a pretty easy kill, and pretty much like the Pango, the Witch Doctor, the 4 and 5, just kind of run up, create a little more havoc, and the Death Ward kind of clean things up. That's how I see this team fight going. Now, to focus targets, these 3 cores are generally very tanky, or tankier than a normal core would be, right? As opposed to like the NP, which can be built the other way. He's itemized so that he's trying to be tankier. Actually, the cores aren't that bad. The PA just has that innate, you know, evasion and all that. So they do need to deal with that. But until she gets BKB, she's still kind of okay and can be controlled, especially with all this magic damage. So they need to kind of make sure that, yeah, like PA definitely, I mean, she's so far behind right now. She's got MOM, but no Desolator, Wand even. But without BKB, she really can't fight. Pango 4 is definitely another hero that I should probably experiment more with as a position 4 player myself. I know Crit is all about it and everything, but the Swashbuckle, like, for me, I like heroes that generally have some sort of save, right? Like a stun, some sort of movement thing. And yeah, this movement thing and the stun and all that kind of adds in together, but as well as Swashbuckle. But I don't know. This is definitely a hero I should probably learn. He's definitely in the queue. I'm just so busy playing ranked, and I don't feel comfortable playing heroes that I'm not, you know, that I haven't played at least 10 times. Usually I play that level, unless they're like super easy, right? I think that's usually the limit in terms of how I learn. Like, even Invoker, I played like 10 unranked games before I even dared to take him to the rank level. Yeah, most of the time that's usually my own standard, so to speak, in terms of how I learn things. If they're mechanically difficult, I'll get to the full 10. If they're like somewhat easy after like a game, probably just a game or two, just so that I kind of understand how the hero works. Like Chen is definitely on my unranked list of games, and I think I have more than 10 games with him, and I was just like, I just gave up on that guy. Like, I can play like Invoker, I can play Earth Spirit, I can play IO, but I can't play Chen for some reason. I don't know what it is. Like, I played StarCraft back in the day, so I feel like, oh, I should be good at this hero, but I don't know what it is about that hero. That is a super difficult hero for me. Like, I'm not able to micro, like, his little, his creeps, especially NP is another one, too, where I was trying to experiment with it. Even when NP was, like, position 1 through 5, we had that meta, and he was super strong, but even then, I wasn't able to really kind of play it. Nonetheless, DP here has Exorcism up in 8 seconds, looking to just push. Supports are kind of sticking around. He pump faked the arrow. She like threw out the arm. But the cask is there. They do find the DP. Yule's on up. The Static Storm is going to just kind of block, at least throw them away. Rolling Boulder doesn't care about no kinetic field. Gets glimpsed on back one other time. Has Exorcism if she wants to go. And she hasn't used it. She's been really patient with this. She's getting low, very, very low. She doesn't even have the mana for it. She doesn't have Exorcism on up. Moonlight has been used, and there's been a lot of action so far. First pick is going to throw the Underlord on back. They end up killing the Witch Doctor, who was a little bit in a sustained fight. Not the greatest place. And the Pango, again, dies. I don't know if he still can DC through all of that, but Tiny should be fine. Blinks away and gets away. But yeah, you lost 2 heroes. You tried to get a fight, but the thing is that everybody came to that fight, right? Even Spectre, even, you know, DP. And, you know, to me, the fact that Demons did not cast Exorcism there was brave. I was going to say stupid, but the fact that she stayed alive... Oh my gosh, this Disruptor. Alright. The fact that she stayed alive and she really knew the limits of the hero, so to speak. Like, for me, I would have panicked. I would just definitely hit Exorcism. Made myself get out of there. But she was saving it. I don't know why. For as long as she did. But she's got Aegis now, and she's been rewarded with it. Purchase you could allow it. Hi, Dodo King. Do you have a game replay, Dodo King? By the way, welcome to the stream. But yeah, okay, so we've got a little bit of vision here. Observer Ward being placed. And then the Witch Doctor is still not level 10 yet, but should be better off. Okay, the Mirana's kind of caught back up, got back in the game, so to speak. But yeah, Dodo King, if you just actually, if you don't want to say the, because I'm actually recording another replay analysis, so you can just DM me personally, and then I'll get your next game and I'll put it in the queue, so to speak. But I can do 2 today, which you're in luck if you're willing to do it. But Blink's still here, and good to go. Does have DD on this DP. Like, what do people feel about this whole cosmetic here? Like, I kind of dig it, but I feel like it's great when you're on fire. Oh, that sounds weird, but you know what I mean. When you're playing well and okay, they get Glimpse, Stack Storm, they call out the Pango. That's a decent kill. You know what I mean? You kind of lock him in place. You really can't get his ult off, his Rolling Thunder, so... Not the worst thing there. I mean, if you're securing that one. But he's been DC for quite some time, so they're going to pick on anybody. Yeah, if you've got a game replay, just send it to me. But Witch Doctor here just gets caught on out. The Moonlight is there, and he's looking to just right-click this. The Witch Doctor is really not able to out-heal this. Okay, here we go. Here's the Tiny. The toss in. Death Ward is looking to turn this around. And the PA died on the back end of this. The Dark Rift is going to look to go. But I don't know if they're going to continue forward. This seems the one where you cancel. I'm pretty sure the demon, the DP was like, why did you take me back? Why did you not cancel that? That was a waste. We were continuing to fight like we were in a great position. There's no PA, and we've actually lost about 5-10 seconds because of that. So DP's back in the action again. Does not have, has not used Exorcism. Has BKB, and here we go. Exorcism's been popped, BKB as well, and the Tiny's got really nowhere to go. The Glimpse on back, and Tortillita is looking to TP away, but the silence is there. And they're getting more. The Blade Mail, the Taunt is just going to further infuriate her. Demon taking a lot of damage. And she gets healed up with the little ghosties. Ghost birds, in this case, with the new skins. But again, that could have been disastrous. They could have made this a lot easier. Like, this could be high ground right now if they didn't Dark Rift on back. And in case you don't know, the Underlord can actually cancel the Dark Rift. And you would have saved a lot more time. So, yeah. By the way, Tiny is the gunner. Is gunner, not is the gunner. But T3 is getting gone on here. And they're not focusing on the same racks, which is something that I would like to see. PA is back in the action. Oh, have they given up? Wow. Just send me the game ID and then send me your what hero you played. But I feel like, okay, the Dire team literally gave up. Wow. Wow, this is unacceptable. Like, I understand that this is ranked Immortal or whatever, but like, it's 12k, but the kills don't look so bad. Oh, okay, there's more DCs. All right, my bad. I forgot the Pango actually DC'd with everything. So that's just gonna make everybody like, okay, we can't play this, right? But they're going for T4s. They just gotta wait for the next creep wave. They don't want to take a little unnecessary damage here. Spectre's like still like, all right, guys, at 30 minutes, I'm gonna be ready. 30 minutes, I'm gonna be ready. But it looks like they want to go. Here we go. NP into the middle of all of that. The Sprout on up. Pump Fake it, Stack Storm as well. There's just one last hurrah, but Haunt's in, and that's gonna look to turn that. Dead. Dead. Spectre here. Little just too fat. Rolling boulder. I heard it being queued up. It went right through the ancient. That's interesting. I was going to actually burn the BKB for this. Pengo just bugged out. And that is a squash bug. And he's dead. Witch Doctor's here. Throws out the cask. One last hurrah. Can't even get a single his death ward off. Or he did, but it got silenced instantly. And that's going to be GG. Yeah. So T4's here. That's going to be the end. Alright, so a gunner game. Literally, they gave up. I mean, the Pengo had DC'd early. I don't know if that was a net issue, because they weren't really... They had a chance, but this PA, man. Armlet? Really? Deso? Like, I get it, but and the Mask of Madness, but you got, like, 3 mid-tier items versus, like, a Radiance, Manta, Spectre. Probably there's really no way to fight, so they just call that... I mean, the Tiny Burst wasn't really working for them. Got a couple earlier kills, but that was pretty much the extent of it. Yeah, and this is what we were talking about. This is the BSK. BSK1 or something like that. Anyways, he's rank 5. Gunner, of course, we know his guy. He's number 9. But thanks. If you like what I'm doing, please give a like and subscribe, and I'll get to your next game. My name is Holler. You can find me at Holler TV on YouTube and on Twitch, and I do this every single day on weekdays, Monday through Thursday, 1 to 4, plus 8 GMT, and I will catch you there next time. Thank you so much.